Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the Supreme Arena defenses I've set for this week. And now I've been pretty adventurous this week, trying out some new combinations that maybe will be doing better for you guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the formations. Okay, number one, Scarlita stall defense but no Floribel. We're using Lily May here instead, because I decided I wanted to try a different version of my Iron Nuke team for the final team, and so Lily May can now fit in this team. And I think overall Lily May is stronger in this team than Floribel, for example, because you have more like ultimate interruption, you have more damage from the Lily May, and she can make pretty good use of the Wilder buff tile. Not amazing, because you would usually want her to move up and then get the healing from Damien and stuff. But yeah, here's the formation we have. Thorin is going to be soul pacting the Haywin, and someone did inform me that I was wrong about how I thought the Wilder buff tiles work. When it says you lose 50% of your maximum HP at the beginning of the match and then it's converted into a shield, that HP can be re-healed up, so by Damien and Haywin, for example, so that you don't have to worry about that. Okay, and we have Damien buffing up Scarlita with the magic charms to give her some energy on hit, which is really important for Scarlita. You want her to ultimate pretty much as soon after coming down as possible, and also gives her damage reduction, which can be nice. I really love Tide Call spell in this team. It really always times out so perfectly that when the Scarlita comes down, you activate Tide Call spell, and then you can, like, it will keep her safe for a while, and also sometimes even allow her to get off a really high damage combo if you can cast your ultimate before the duration of the debuff wears off. And Thorin is here just as a threat and to soul pact and protect the Haywin. So I think this team is going to do very well for me. Hopefully it should allow me to get wins. But I'm a little bit worried that maybe I've weakened the other teams. So let's take a look at number 2. So in this map specifically, Infinite Front Mistbound Maze. This is a very unique map. Envelope all enemies and allies with a range higher than 3 tiles in Mist, reducing their range to 3 tiles. Now, I don't know whether Wilder tile, buff tile will bypass this mechanic, because we know the Wilder buff tiles will provide heroes on the buff tiles with infinite range if they have a range greater than 3, I think, or 3 or more. But in this map, I believe that you're still going to be capped to 3 tile range, because otherwise, I feel like it wouldn't really make sense, and it would kind of make Wilders a little bit too powerful for this specific map. So that's why I've decided I'm going to go for Maulers. I'm going to go for a melee-oriented team who doesn't care about range. Like, all the heroes on my team here, none of them have range more than 1. They're all, like, melee heroes, apart from the Freyasto. Now, the options I had for this team, definitely I could have tried Sylvina. Sylvina would be, I think, pretty good for this, but from what I've seen, people haven't had great results with Sylvina on their defense, because I think it's really easy to counter. The opponent will just put a tank in the tile where Sylvina is marking, and then Sylvina doesn't get much done. But if you put Sylvina on the buff tile, for example, then you're forcing the opponent to put a tank on their buff tile, which I still think can be a little bit valuable. But Vala will not really work too well here, because she'll mark a backline enemy, but she won't even be able to attack that enemy because her range will be reduced to 3. So that is going to be, I'm assuming, the problem with Vala, because originally her range is 7, and that is why she is always able to hit her marked target. But if your range is reduced to 3, that will not be good for her. Coco is a good option here, maybe even Smokey. Smokey is really good in melee-oriented teams, because we could, like, put the Smokey, for example, like, especially if you didn't have Mikola or something. We could put the Smokey somewhere around here, and maybe change the position of Rainier to, I don't know, or maybe put the Smokey here or something. But basically then, if your team is all going to be grouped up here close to the front, then Smokey will be able to heal all of them and gain value from that. But I'm going to try Mikola, because this team synergizes more with Mikola, and I just want to see whether it's going to work or not. Okay, the other option is Coco. Definitely, Coco is always good in a Mauler team. She can cast her ultimate. I mean, it won't really matter that she's going to be limited in range. Already her range was 4, so being downgraded to only by 1 range won't make a big difference. But I don't think Odie will be a great option here, because he relies on pretty high range and being able to fire off from the back. Definitely Bruce and Shakir will be good in this map, because they are melee heroes. They do not... basically, this Mist is not going to have any effect on anyone on my team right now other than Rainier. And Rainier is close enough to the front that he should be able to find some target to hit to begin charging his energy, and that's all I really want. Okay, and we're running, so Fresto, I've found out that Fresto and his illusion both count as heroes, which mean that Shakir's buff, the Lupine Zora, is going to be buffing up both of them, and also both of them are going to be considered as non-summoned allies being buffed, and that is going to power up his, I think, is it the Wolf's Will? No, isn't, it's the Ravaging Claws, which is the ability that has the attack. Yeah, the bonus is the Wolf's Will. The bonus attack from each non-summon ally is increased to 7.5%. And also you can have McCool up in the front, Brutus up in the front. You're going to be dealing, like, from the Mauler buff tile, this AoE damage every 5 seconds. I feel like this is kind of scary, right? And it really synergizes a full melee-oriented comp. I'm just worried that maybe we have too many melee heroes and Mikola won't be able to get into a great position. Or, for example, the Shakir won't be able to get into a great position to buff up our team. But we're at least going to control the Honor Arena, even if, for example, Mikola dies. Because I am worried that Mikola will die, but even if that is the case, we'll have the Honor Arena still lasting. And with all these melee heroes running up into the middle of the battlefield, I think we're going to be able to control that and get that attack buff. So that is basically my plan here. Also, because I just got Frester to Supreme Plus this week, I'm excited to try him. But if you don't have Frester, definitely you could replace, like, get rid of him and go for Coco in this team. You could go for maybe Entendre as a tank in the front. There are definitely a lot of options for you. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying and what I'm gonna recommend. Okay, let's move on to team number 3. So team number 3, what is going on here? I don't know if this is the best, because I really feel bad not using my Carolina, who's at Paragon 2 plus whatever 20 exclusive equipment, and I'm using an Elsa instead for the plus 10 exclusive equipment Supreme Plus. But I wanted to see whether these teams will work well even at Supreme Plus, because then it's more relatable for people. And I think overall this is one of the hardest hitting crowd control teams. We have Brian here, and he's positioned as more backline compared to Iron, which I think guarantees that a Lily May attacking into me is going to hit the Iron instead of the the Lily May is going to interrupt the Brian instead of the Iron, so Iron will be free to cast his ultimate, and then Alamus is going to chain that because of his Mythic Plus ability, and then we have Aradin to charge up his energy fast, especially with Resonating Spell, and then Elsa is going to begin spamming her ultimate for the crowd control, and she deals a lot of damage with her rock pillars on controlled enemies. Like, this is a Iron nuke team, and if I was running Carolina, for example, it just doesn't hit as hard. It's more of a slow burn type team, and with the Elsa, it's kind of just like within seconds you can end them. However, my 2 guildmates who have Dunlinger, I'm sure they're going to bring Dunlinger here. Dunlinger Diagonal. And then I can't do anything, because Dunlinger is a hard counter to Iron. There's nothing I can do about it. Lily May at least should not be able to counter this team. That's why I've built it up this way. So I'm just interested to see, based on the people who attack me this week, is this actually going to work out well, even at like a lower investment of these heroes. So the problem is this week I'm not using my Carolina, my Rowan, my Vala, my Floribel, Sylvina, Coco. I'm not using any of these heroes, which are all my Paragon 2 heroes, pretty well built up. But I don't know, I just feel like these teams have more synergy that I've fielded than running those heroes. And it's kind of like just forcing them into the comp just because of the fact that they're more ascended in like Paragon tiers. So I want to try this. I hope it works. And this is something that probably a lot of people can run. If you don't have Elsa, just replace it for Carolina. But you can replace it for Vala here. Vala would be a good option. Floribel even would be fine. Yeah, so there are a lot of options here. But I think Elsa gives the most firepower to the team, and that is why I'm running her, despite the fact that she's only Supreme Plus compared to my Paragon 2 heroes. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about these Supreme Arena defenses. Good luck this week. If I find that these defenses are doing badly, I'll make an updated video in a couple of days, based on my changes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Good luck on Supreme Arena this week, and good luck on your Clash runs. A lot of different PvP modes happening. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you want to chat with me more or ask me specific questions, you can join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And but until then, guys, I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.